went into some financial difficulties. I was nearly bankrupt, While searching for the correct company to, to start off with, 5 years I've been driving Grab.
Today, we are going to talk about something many people have mixed feeling about, which is direct selling or MLM. Some people love it and some people are super skeptical about it, just like myself. To help us understand MLM better, I've invited a special guest, my dad, Ronald. He has been in the MLM industry for over 40 years and has seen it all. Today, we will talk about why he chose this path, what MLM is really all about. Dad, thanks for joining me today. Please first introduce yourself.
Thank you, Sean. My name is Ronald Lee. I am Sean's father, and I have been in the direct selling or MLM industry for about 40 years now. I started in 1984. This is my fifth company. Now, why there are so many people? Even the industry have been around in Malaysia for more than 50 years. Why there are still people who are still very skeptical and very dreadful about the direct selling industry? Many because those days in the beginning, whereby people train the distributors to sell products. And of course, direct selling, the word selling is there, you should sell products. But in order to, in those days, most of the plans are very product or sales driven. So many of the distributors, in order to hit their ranking, they need to sell. And most of them become very, they are trained to be very, they use high pressure or very forceful selling. And that's why people get cheesed off. And, even though they buy, they just want to entertain their friends or their relative. That's it. But over the years, the direct selling or the MLM industry, actually direct selling is more onto selling. MLM is different. The word MLM is multi-level marketing. You don't really, a good company or a good plan, you don't really need to sell a lot of products. Even if you don't sell products, it is okay. You build network, okay, and you earn commission by the number of levels or generation or network you built over the years. Now, the reason why some people call this pyramid is different. Pyramid is it's very easy to identify a pyramid scheme. Normally, pyramid scheme are normally investment scheme. It's actually money game plan disguised as an investment scheme, whereby there is no physical or tangible products lah. And and many people, because you don't need to sell, you just need to invest. So many people have got burned. As another reason why many people, when they heard about the word MLM,
Or direct selling.
they will think of pyramid scheme, or money game, that's why they got scared.
Makes sense. So,
Okay.
knowing that, what I'm just curious, why did you choose MLM in the very first place? Knowing that it's so hard to sell, or maybe 40 years back, it's easier, people are more open-minded to it, so that's why you're into it. Maybe tell us a little bit more about that.
Now, when I first got involved, I was first attracted to this industry is because I was sponsored by a very well-known or very ethical person who is who is doing very well, and his approach actually attracted me because he's selling me a dream. He says that at that time I was I was doing some door-to-door sales lah. So when I first got involved, I just liked the atmosphere. Every week going to meeting is very positive, and at that time I was still very young, in my 20s, and I got to learn a lot of things. But over the years, I have seen, people come and go in this industry. But actually, if you know the concept of the MLM industry, and if you know how to use the tools, and if you have a system, which is even better, if you apply it into your network, actually you can grow. So another reason why after trying the first one, second one, I still want to get into this business is because actually the MLM business, I'm talking about good MLM companies. Actually, it's a ready-made business. They have everything done for you, especially in this era whereby everything is internet. If you can find a company which have got everything ready, the platform, the system, and today they talk about a seamless platform. Seamless meaning to say that you don't need to fly to another country, to register yourself again as a distributor and start building there again. And when you make money, you've got to do your tax, you've got to register your company. There's so much hustle. But today, most of the newer companies whereby you can just, because of the system is global nowadays, you can do the business over the internet, and when your network in another country makes the money, you get paid over in your country. In Malaysia, you only have to do your tax. You pay your tax only in Malaysia.
Yeah, basically, you don't have to invest that much to build the entire software to actually run
Correct.
the business. And correct me if I'm wrong, basically what you are saying is that if you found the right company, they have everything in place, you are also able to operate this business. It's like your own, right? Where you're able to operate it in a lot of different countries, right?
Now, another good reason for me to get involved is because you see, about 15 years ago, I went into some financial difficulties. I was nearly bankrupt, So at that time, I started to, because I need money to survive. My children, Sean, is going for his university education. So what I did was, while searching for the correct company to start off with, actually 5 years I've been driving Grab,
Yeah.
just to survive. And when I found this company which I am in now, which is LifeWave, I find it, maybe the timing is right with all the experience that I have accumulated over the years. So when the right one comes, I just apply it, the things that I know, it just kick off. Actually, another good reason for people who wants to get back in life, you may have failed, you may have run into financial difficulties. You tell me, what business can you get into? Any type of business today, you talk about, the initial capital outlay. The other day I met a new friend. I asked him to come to my house to quote me some renovation. So I asked him, what do you do before? He says he run a cafe. Because of the pandemic, he need to close his cafe. I asked him, how much money have he lost? How much money have he invested? He says that he lost about 300 over thousand ringgit. You see, just like that. So if you are, if you want to get back in life, how much money do you have to start a business? And the MLM industry is the perfect one. You still need money to start. You only need a couple of thousand ringgit. That's it.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah, and in fact, the last 5-10 years ago was very difficult, and I really salute you. You didn't give up. What keeps you motivated? I mean, aside from family, right? And also, you mentioned that you drive Grab, but why didn't you look for another MLM company and join them? straight away? Like, why did you choose Grab?
I did. I actually, before this company, the previous one, I actually waited for the company to come to Malaysia for 2 years. I went to Singapore to attend the convention. I even
Yeah.
went to Australia, to meet my my upline, in the company. And then I thought that was the one I was looking for. They have very good platform, and they have got plenty of products to sell.
Yeah.
It was quite the concept, and the idea was good. So after 2 years, when it came to Malaysia, I did it for 1.5 years. Okay, I moved quite fast initially, but after 6 months, I find that the people keep dropping off. They are not doing the business anymore. The reason why after 1.5 years I saw that is because the company have got very high overheads. You got to pay every month for maintenance fee, and so it is. I find that it's not really suitable for Malaysians, lah. So I opened up my options, and it was during the pandemic, and I would say that LifeWay found me, lah. So I began to look into it, and I find it, and eventually I team up with my senior Guan Chun. He's a very good Chinese presenter, and I specialize in English. So we combine, one English and one Chinese, and we have been doing this. So we just hit the highest level, senior presidential director, in just 2.5 years.
Yeah. Maybe can you tell the audience like what is LifeWay, and how you just now you mentioned that LifeWay found you during the pandemic, right? Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Now, LifeWave is the reason why I got involved, which attracted me initially, because it was very special. They are only dealing with a patch like this. And, this is phototherapy. I was thinking, what is phototherapy and how does it work? Initially it was just pure curiosity. Because I searched through the internet, I find that, there are plenty of testimony, plenty of of reviews that are talking about this patch. So the only way is to try it. That's it.
Yeah.
So we just bought some, and then we were trying. Then after trying for a couple of months, I find that some of my issues were my health issues were gone. You see. And another thing is, I find that this is very easy to approach people because this is unique, patented, nobody can copy.
Yeah.
A phototherapy.
No competition.
There's no
basically.
competition, you see. And then this is so portable. And if you compare to, imagine a small little patch like this is able to activate our copper peptide, which is in the body, which is actually going to wake up our stem cells. And if you use it long enough, you actually become younger,
Yeah.
So it is something whereby, everyone will be curious, because it is too good to be true. The only way is to try it.
Try it. Makes sense. Thank you so much for sharing that. Going back to MLM, right? There are many people, like young people, whatever age basically. I've seen, some companies, some MLM company where there are a lot of like youngsters join, but some other MLM companies, not many of them join. But on behalf of all Malaysian, just want to ask you, so many people are so skeptical about it, but at the same time, there are also a lot of people that are aware that, if you put in your heart, the effort into it, you can actually make the money. And in fact, you can probably help other people as well with the product the company is offering. What do you think causes this skepticism, and how can it be addressed?
Now, like what I have said just now, is because of the approach, many people approach people selling products.
Yeah, very hard sell.
Yes, very hard sell, high pressure selling, and most of the times, In my previous company, I also did that, and sometimes people buy it once just to make you go away lah. They actually entertain. But today is different. Today when I teach my team, I don't teach them to sell, because by selling you only earn the initial income. I would say, what I teach my team to build network. Okay, by building network, you can actually create residual income. And if your network is strong, and with monthly or daily organic volume. Organic volume means it's not buying up lah. It's people really buy the product and use it. So we actually recommend them to sign their friends up as a wholesaler, for in our company we call brand partners, whereby they can actually buy product at wholesale price. So they also benefit. You are not actually making money from them, but because you are building a network, you get paid, you get rewarded, you see.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing. And today, I would say that Malaysia, in the MLM industry, it is very matured now. You can literally talk to anybody, especially our product, because it's so unique. Today in my organization, I have got very prominent, very well-to-do, successful businessmen. I have got previous company CEO, public listed company director. I have got I have Dato Sri in my team, and I also have prominent businessmen, or retired people. There are actually many people who are looking for good products and also looking for good business to do. Now, when you first start, when you're a beginner in the business, so what you do is actually you don't look for, a lot of people, they do it wrongly. When they got involved, they get very excited. They start calling some of their friends who have been involved in this industry for a long time. They have got big network, or people who are still in the industry, and they're thinking that if I can convince them to come over to to the newly joined company, it would be a shortcut to success.
Yeah.
But actually, it's wrong. What make you think that you can bring them over? People are making money. People are doing well in another company. They very, very rare chances, very small possibility that they will come over, unless that they know that their company is facing some difficulties. There are some problem. Maybe they may come over, but there's no harm trying. I would recommend for a person who gets started in this business to start off with people that love and support them. No matter what you do, they will support you. It could be your parents, or it could be your siblings, it could be your best friends, just tell them, that you just started the business and you need their support. Who knows? Just like any other business, you talk to them, you want them to support, isn't it? Say, for example, now if you open a flower shop, you want people to support you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you tell your friends, I just opened a flower shop. Can you come and buy? I give you some discount, this kind of stuff, So in this business, also same, you're going to look for people who will support you first. Because even though they may not build the business, it's okay, because that gives you confidence.
Yeah.
But if you look for those you think that they are the expert, they reject you once. You go to the second one, they reject you. The third one, they reject you. Then you say that this business cannot
do.
Cannot do. That's right.
Yeah. So definitely have to look for people close to you that will support you, so that when they use the product, they feel good about it. You will also feel better. Your confidence level will go up, and the way you talk to people is going to be very different already, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So then after that, when you got more confidence, when you know the company better, when you know the product better, then you look for the people who have been in this industry, people who are business minded,
Yeah.
But then there are many people who get overly excited and they approach these people. They talk too much. They tell too much information.
Yeah.
Actually, you do not. You should, I just met up this year. I met up with another a brand partner, very successful brand partner by the name of Peter Ngo. Actually, he taught me a very good technique, I would say, and good technique. He don't mind, if he used it, you know. He called it the 3P approach. The first P is, of course, the peak, You must pique people's interest. PIQUE, not PEEK. PIQ, you pique people's interest. So what you do is you ask them simple question, so to pique their interest.
All right, thanks for sharing. Next question is, what advice would you give newbies, people who just got into the MLM business? Oh, yeah, by the way, maybe you can share a little bit more about your book. And the book that you have written, it shares a lot of, information on how to get started in the MLM. Maybe you can just share a few tips from that book as well.
Okay. Two questions here. I will address the first question. Now, my advice to new newbies who just joined this industry. First of all, you have to check whether this is a legit company or not. Okay, and whether it is registered with the ministry in Malaysia, whether they have a license or not. Because if not, you'll be wasting your time. And do not get involved in any money game or pyramid scheme. They are illegal. All right. Now, supposing that you have joined a legit company, okay? There are many in Malaysia. So first is you look at the team, okay? The team, not the company, because most of these companies, they are big, and normally the company they have got their own ways and of doing the business. Now you look at the team that you are joining, whether they teach you to sell or they teach you to build network.
Yeah.
If they teach you to sell, they are turning you into a super salesperson, which is also good, if you are in sales. But what we want is we want to build residual income. We want to build network. So if the team that you join is teaching you to build network, then you have chosen it correctly. Then you just get into. You see, a lot of people want to find the perfect company. I would say that there's no perfect company. The perfect company is the company that you are making money. Correct?
Yeah, definitely. Of course.
Okay? That is your perfect company. All right? Now, the thing is, it doesn't matter how many times you get in. Final is you must make money. So if the first company you join, it does not make money, it's okay. Because if you don't join the first one, you don't join the second one.
Yeah.
You would not try the second one, and you will not try the third one. And you do not know which one is the right one for you. That is the thing. Another thing is, okay, you have to give yourself time frame. How many years are you willing to try? Like I found this live wave when I was 62. So I cannot be giving myself 10, 20 years. I need to make it quick. Maybe another 2 to 3 years. I should be able to see results and create some residual income.
Yeah.
Just like my previous company that I got in, I thought that was the one. So I tried for 1.5 years, and I find that it is not going well. It is not the company. I'm not saying that the company is not good. No. It is just not suitable for me. All right?
Yeah.
Now, when I find this one, I find that everything just clicked with the concept that I've got in, I built network, I use my own material, I formulate my own strategy, and I can apply, you see. There are some companies, they don't allow you to use your own system. You have to use theirs. And I find it because, there are some American companies who are doing very well, they have got the freedom for you to try on your own, all right? So just go ahead and try. Give yourself time frame. If it doesn't work, then go and find a next one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, your time is not wasted. All right. Now about this book, Actually, I have written this book 10 years ago. But because I ran into some financial difficulties, okay, I was heavily into debt because I was younger at that time, and I want to make money faster. And when I see people making money from investment, I try to invest. But it is not everybody's cup of tea, I would say, lah. So eventually, I just put this book aside, and this time, 10 years later, I managed to publish this book. Okay, of course, I have added in some new materials. Okay, because the industry have evolved. Okay, I call this network marketing 2.0. Okay, today everything is online through the internet. We have got people, some friends over in the United States and in Australia. They don't even need to leave their home out to see people, and yet they can build a large network up to the highest level. Or just through, you just have to use, simply you know how to use tools like the internet, your handphone, your computer,
Yeah.
through social media, you can actually build the business.
Hmm.
Today's, I'm not talking about those things that you have learned 20 years ago. It is not applicable now. It's still applicable. Okay, so you still need to approach people. You still need to talk to people. You still need to be positive. You can still use most of the things, but of course, today we are into the information era. Everything is internet. If you talk to a young guy like Sean, you cannot ask him to go out and see 10 people a day. Because they don't go out so often. All their friends is inside the computer. So
Yeah.
So you can use new method. In fact, the person who found us, actually we found him also. Our senior upline is Lee Jin Long. He's only 31 years old. He managed to build a large network all through the internet.
Social media.
So from social media, we found him through social media, and in our business, you need somebody to sponsor you in. So we asked him to sponsor us in, of course. And he also doesn't know us at that time. He doesn't know that we could build this business so big and so fast. You see?
Yeah. Looks like that's how the MLM industry has evolved over the years, right?
Yep.
If you go back to 20, 30 years ago, I don't think you have that kind of leverage where you can use technology to actually share with people in a much simpler way, right?
Correct.
Where do you think this industry will go in the next coming 5 to 10 years? It's already a multiple billion-dollar industry, right? So
Correct.
where do you see?
MLM industry will not die because it's a word of mouth marketing.
Yeah.
We have been doing this every day. We recommend people for a movie. We recommend people to a restaurant. We have been doing this every day. And this is MLM. But not being paid.
Yeah,
it's not being paid. But today, the industry is growing faster and faster, Those days, when you want to look for a friend, when you want to sponsor him, you talk about 30, 40 years ago, where there is no internet, there's no there's no mobile device. Most people don't even have a phone at home those days. You literally have to go to his house and look for him, and you got to bring him to a meeting, to an event, to get him exposed. But today it's so simple. You talk to a person, you say, "Hey, I found something very interesting. I have got a Zoom presentation. Can you come in and take a look?" I'm not asking you to join. I'm only asking you to take a look. There is no selling pressure. You are not pressured to buy, because you just have to, log into Zoom, and then you can see for yourself whether this thing is something that you're looking for or not. It cannot get any simpler than now.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing everything, Dad. It's clear that MLM is more than just a business. It's all about, it's a business, right, where you still have to put in effort. But what I see is that it can help a person grow when they are in this business. You know, they are able to network with so many people. It's not easy, I would say, but it's a journey of growth basically, and also at the same time creating opportunities for others.
Yep. Thank you, Sean.
To everyone listening, if you have ever been curious about MLM or have doubts, I hope this conversation gave you some clarity and inspiration. Remember, success comes from putting in the work and choosing the right opportunity. If you found this episode helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or family member who might be thinking about MLM or looking for a new path. Also, make sure to follow us and subscribe so you won't miss more inspiring stories. See you in the next episode of the Team Sinaran podcast. Bye bye.